So, my club have just been bantered off yet again in the Europa League to a team that are 10th in the French First Division. And we fully deserved it, let's be real. No questions asked. It was lucky to only be 3-1, if I'm being completely honest. We started so well. Iwobi with a goal, 3 minutes in. Not sure that he meant it. I think he was crossing the ball, but we got the goal. Our tails are up. The crowd were against us, obviously. I think the referee was against us slightly as well in that first half especially. I think he played up to the crowd. There was a few free kicks where he weren't giving them, but then the crowd piped up and all of a sudden it's a free kick. But all in all, we started really well. I thought the first 25, 30 minutes, I thought we were in control. I thought that we had some nice patterns of play. Iwobi was doing well. We had a save from their goalkeeper from Torreira to make it 2-0. Unbelievable save. We had a couple of other half chances. Iwobi whipping a ball into the back stick, their keeper parried. Looked good for the cameras, but it wasn't a chance, I would say. It was a half chance at best. He was just lobbing it into an area. But from the minute that Socrates received his first yellow card, it was downhill from then on. We then decide to just play into their hands more than anything. We didn't slow the tempo down. I think that it was end to end. We were living on a knife edge at times. I think that, Monreal did pretty well in that first half up against Sarr on the right wing, who's tricky, he's quick, he's physical. But I think Monreal did really well against him in the first half. But ultimately, as soon as Socrates gets sent off, second yellow card, downhill from then on, let's be real. And I thought we were absolutely crap from that minute on. Ultimately, from that free kick, it hits the wall, comes back out to the fella, and he pings an unbelievable strike into the top bins. Ozil, Aubameyang, both turned their backs on it. Coward behaviour. Could have took one for the team, decided to show no signs of that, and just turned their back on it. And, listen, at the end of the day, it was a fucking unbelievable strike. Let's not take that away from the lad. But we go in at half time, it's 1-1, and I'm thinking, right, we now need to do something. Let's see the game out. Aubameyang in that first half was atrocious. It was like we were playing with 10 men. I thought he was anonymous. Kept getting caught offside. You've got all the pace in the world, yet you were getting caught offside because you were making your runs too early. I thought Ozil was poor first half. I thought Mkhitaryan was poor offensively first half. In that first half, I thought he'd done well defensively, but ultimately there was too many passengers in that first half. And I was actually quite surprised that when we came out in the second half, we hadn't changed nothing. Obviously, we put Mkhitaryan at right back. I don't think that was the right decision. I think that we should have brought Maitland-Niles on, sacrificed maybe Iwobi or Mickey, even Ozil, and put Maitland-Niles at right back. Try and stop that threat, because Mkhitaryan is not a right back. As good as he is, and as good as he is defensively and has been for the last 4 or 5 games, that's not his job. And I know Maitland-Niles is a CDM, but in his head, it's, he's played right back so many times for Arsenal. So to not make that change, I thought was a mistake, massive mistake. And then we subbed Iwobi off. I couldn't get my head around that. I thought Iwobi was arguably our better attacking player on the pitch. Defensively, I thought Koscielny was doing all right. Monreal was doing all right. I thought even Mustafi, I know he made a couple of stupid tackles, but ultimately I thought we were quite comfortable until they got that free kick, which they ultimately scored. But we come out second half and it was just like we were rabbits in headlights. We're just standing there, just letting them tippy-tappy it around us. And the more we let them do that, the more we turned Ben Arthur into a prime Lionel Messi. Jesus fucking Christ. Only Arsenal could make that geezer look good. Seriously, any other team playing against Rennes, he don't get a kick. And he didn't, to be fair, pretty much most of the first half. I thought we nullified his threat. We made some naughty tackles on him just to break play up. But, they were trying to ping the ball to Sarr. Monreal dealt with that. Second half, it was a joke. Absolute joke. And we managed that game so fucking poorly. It was unbelievable. And I've been positive all season. I'm still positive. Listen, it's 3-1. We have a chance. Let's be real. We've seen this week alone in the Champions League goals from stoppage time from Rashford. We've seen Porto go through on a last-minute penalty. We've seen Ajax take Real Madrid apart. So I'm not being too downbeat, but at the end of the day, let's say it as it is, right? That wasn't good enough. We then sub Mesut Ozil. Again, like I said, I thought he was poor first half. I think he tried a little bit harder second half, but ultimately he couldn't get into the game. He wasn't linking up with Aubameyang how he normally would. I thought Aubameyang was the worst player on the pitch. He looked disinterested, didn't look like he wanted it at all. And at the end of the day, we didn't really put the ball into him as required, but at the same time, he didn't do enough to affect the play and make the runs that were required to get him into them positions from the through passes, because every time he made a run, he was offside. And his pressing, he did fuck all. You know, at the end of the day, listen, we've just got to take the L. We've got to take it. We've got to suck it up. I thought we were shit. First 30 minutes, like I said, I thought we did really well. But as soon as they got that goal back, we just capitulated. I thought Emery's substitutions were shocking. It's like for like. You take off a Iwobi, right? You take off a Iwobi, who was our best attacking player, scored the goal. Don't quite get that, because I would have took either Ozil off or Mkhitaryan. In fact, I would have took Mkhitaryan off and Maitland-Niles straight away and sacrificed that, put Maitland-Niles at right back. He's played there. You shore that position up, right? I would not have brought Ramsey on for Ozil. I wouldn't have taken Iwobi off. But ultimately, when you do that, you've brought Guendouzi on the pitch, right? And as much as I rate that kid, he was shocking when he came on. The amount of times he gave the ball away in stupid areas as well. But we're 2-1 up, 2-1 down with a minute to go plus stoppage time, and Monreal is on the edge of their box. We have a throw-in near their corner flag. Monreal is up there, and within 3 passes, bang, they score. What a header, by the way. Listen, take nothing away from Rennes. They were fantastic. They were in our faces. They caused us trouble every single time they got the ball to Ben Arthur in the second half. Sarr was a constant threat second half. Grenier, I thought he did really well. And listen, the lad that scored the goal, what a free kick that free kick was. He hits it into the wall and then bang, screamer. But listen, at the end of the day, I've just got to sit here, and as much as I'm angry and annoyed and pissed off, I'm looking at trying to take some sort of positive out of it. Like, we've got Lacazette suspended, we've got Socrates suspended for the return leg. Aubameyang was anonymous tonight, Ozil anonymous, Guendouzi was shocking when he came on, Monreal got overrun. The only one I think that can take any credit out of tonight, realistically, was Koscielny. I thought Koscielny done really well. And I've been a big critic of Koscielny over the years, but tonight I thought he done really well. I thought Lucas Torreira got overrun at times. I thought Xhaka, again, got overrun. And their game plan hit us so hard that we couldn't compensate it. And I thought our manager let us down tonight. I think that, like I said, his substitutions were shocking at the wrong times as well. You don't take Iwobi off. Why are you taking Iwobi off? The one guy that can run at them. If you're going to make that substitution and want to bring Guendouzi on, take Aaron Ramsey off. Mesut Ozil off. Take Ozil off. Play Iwobi behind the striker and put Guendouzi in the midfield. But he didn't. Listen, at the end of the day, we move on. It's half time in the tie. I'm pissed off. I'm upset. And it is what it is. We fully deserve to get slapped up tonight. I can't even argue it. At the end of the day, I thought that from the minute they scored that free kick, we were just fucking atrocious. Absolutely embarrassing. And fair play to them. They took full advantage of that. We're still trying to go forward, trying to get an equaliser in the last couple of minutes. Why are you doing that? Take the 2-1, manage the game out, and move back to the Emirates for the return leg next week with only a 1-goal deficit at home, with home advantage, the crowd on your side, blah, blah, blah. Instead, we didn't do it. We're trying to go and force the issue, and within 3 passes, bang, 3-1. And now we've got a massive task ahead of us. And let's be real, like I said, we fully deserve to lose that game, and they probably deserve to score a couple more, if I'm being completely honest. I thought they were fantastic. I didn't expect it from them. I thought we played into their hands. But ultimately, this is Arsenal Football Club, and I will fucking one day have a heart attack watching this club. And if we're going to get through, then we need all of our players on it next week and all the fans on it as well. Anyway, subscribe, like, share, leave your comments down there. Let me know what you guys think. I'm pissed off. I'm fuming. I expected a response from Aubameyang, especially after missing the penalty against Spurs, and it didn't happen. I thought he was the worst player on the pitch, like I've said. But let me know if you think it was a double yellow as well, the second challenge. Personally, I think they were both yellow cards. You can't be doing that. And for somebody of his experience to be doing that twice, then listen, it is what it is. But we move on. We've got Man United on Sunday. That should be fun. Can't wait for that one. Fucking hell. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled for my player ratings tomorrow evening and then my preview on Saturday for Man United. I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.